Over the years in the UK, several black women and children have gone missing, only to later be found near bodies of water. Most of these cases received little to no media attention compared to others, and it's our duty to change that. Although missing persons cases happen every single year, their lack of attention can impact search efforts and public awareness. So in this video, we'll look at several cases where victims were later found near water and the circumstances surrounding them. Now, I know that my channel is predominantly about music, but every now and again I have to speak about topics that are near and dear to my heart and to spread awareness. In March 2026, police and search teams in Berkshire recovered the body of a woman believed to be 31-year-old Edna Ombako, a Kenyan master's student who had been missing for more than a month. Police believe that the body found in water near Raysbury was hers, and her family has been informed. A formal identification and coroner's review were underway, according to Slough Express. Although Edna was reported missing in early February of this year, her case received minimal national media attention. BBC News still has not covered this story. MSN News has been the only mainstream outlet that I have seen reporting on this case. Now, at the same time that Edna's body was being recovered, the news had been inundated with constant reports of Dutty Ian Huntley's attack that killed him in prison. 24 years ago, Ian Huntley was convicted of murdering two 10-year-old schoolgirls after luring them to his home in 2002. Despite numerous allegations against him, look at him, Ian Huntley was still able to work as a caretaker at the girls' school. I don't want this video to focus too much on this despicable entity, but I just find it real sus that a story that began 24 years ago and ended this year still continues to arrogate most major news outlets. When current missing persons' bodies are popping up all over the UK, and it doesn't even get a sideline, much less a headline. Ooh. May Edna's loved ones find strength and comfort during this time. And if you have any information that can help the police with the ongoing investigation, be sure to do the right thing. One of the most talked about cases in recent years involved 24-year-old Keon Williams, a social media creator and fashion blogger who vanished during the summer of July 2022. Keon was last seen around 3:40 a.m. on Saturday the 2nd of July 2022 in Marketplace, W1 in London. Days later, during a multi-agency search along the River Thames, police divers and emergency crews recovered the body of a woman from the River Thames between Waterloo and Blackfriars Bridge. Although formal identification was pending at the time, the Metropolitan Police confirmed that Keon's family had been informed and that the body was believed to be hers. Friends and loved ones posted tributes on social media describing Keon as vibrant, creative and deeply loved, thanking those who helped in the search and expressing their grief. Police said that there were no suspicious circumstances surrounding her death and a file was being prepared for the coroner's review. Many in the community felt that her case did not receive the level of media coverage they hoped for while she was still missing, especially for someone who was well known online, and it became part of broader discussions about how missing person cases are highlighted in the UK. According to police, there's no official evidence of foul play connected to her death, and the police did not classify it as suspicious. These are just two examples of black women and girls in the UK whose lives tragically ended after being found in or near water. Each case is different, and each person had their own life, their own dreams and families who continue to carry their memory. But for many people, especially within African and Caribbean traditions, water has long held deep spiritual meaning. In some belief systems, rivers and oceans are seen as powerful spiritual spaces, places connected to ancestors, transitions, and what some traditions describe as marine or water spirits. For some viewers, these beliefs shape how they interpret events like the ones we've discussed today. Others may see these tragedies through different lenses: social, environmental, or purely circumstantial. But what matters most is remembering that behind every headline is a real human being. Respecting the families, honouring the individuals, and seeking understanding and truth with compassion is far more important than speculation. Hence why I didn't include other reports of missing black women and children, as the information available is inconclusive and I don't think it would give the victims or their families justice for me to add my commentary. For the families that I've spoken about today, the questions don't always end when the search does. Grief, memory, and unanswered thoughts continue long after the headlines disappear, and in many of these cases, the headlines never were. I truly hope that there is no foul play at work in any of these cases. And before this video comes to an end, it is important to remember that behind every story we've discussed, there are real families, friends, and communities who continue to live with the loss. So to all the loved ones of the women mentioned today, our thoughts are with you. And hopefully over time, you're able to find moments of peace, strength, and healing. As always, thank you for watching. Peace.